I don't know if you can tell in the video, but this machine is made out of metal. Yeah, the whole thing is constructed of metal. It's a very unusual machine. This machine was made by Pathé. Pathé was a company founded by two brothers in Paris in 1894. Originally, they started as a phonograph shop, but they wanted to get more into the business and they were very ambitious. So they started manufacturing machines and cylinders and records. They actually ended up producing quite a variety of machines and were quite successful in the industry. So you'll see a lot of their machines around. Maybe not this one though, because this seems to be quite rare. I've been trying to track down some information on it and really have not been able to get much. The best I could estimate is this was from around 1912 to 1913. I don't even know what model it is. I do know it's a Pathé, but I don't know what model it is. There's no ID, there's no serial number. The finish on this has been redone. I'm wondering if there was something written on it as far as serial number or information, but that would be pretty unusual. I don't think I've ever seen a machine where that kind of information was just printed on it. There's usually some sort of ID plate or number stamp somewhere. And perhaps I just couldn't find it and it's there waiting to be found. Pathé as a company went on to be quite a major force in the film industry and a newsreel industry, so you'll see that name around. It's a really interesting machine because it's all metal, but it's also well designed. There's a slot here for the crank to go in. There's a speed control over here, which you'll see when we get in close. Pathé made records that used a hill and dale method of recording, meaning the groove in the record goes up and down like hills and dales. And that's how the sound wave was recorded into the disc. Most common 78s, the wave vibrates sideways, so the needle vibrates sideways. So the needle on this, which is permanent, it's a sapphire, it doesn't need to be replaced, runs across the groove and vibrates up and down. This is the way cylinder recording was done, and cylinder records utilize that method. Let's come in close and take a look at it, and then we're going to hear our record. You can see the way the reproducer is oriented on this. The tone arm comes out from the front instead of the back, which is the way you'll see it on almost all other machines. And you can see there the Pathé information. So we know this is a Pathé. We also know this is a Pathé just because of the way it's set up. The wood graining, if it's been replaced, is actually really well done. You can see the turntable doesn't have felt. It's got a layer of something rough so that the record doesn't slip on it. There's the speed control and the crank. And the start and stop mechanism I find really strange. It's like shifting gears in an old car. The internal horn is covered by these doors, so you can open it up. And when you open it, you see it's actually quite unusual. There's a gap behind here. So what they've done is they've folded the horn. Instead of one complete line for the horn with a bend in it, the sound comes out here, reflects off here, and then comes out this part of the horn, which actually probably works just fine. Okay, let's give this a try. So I'll take this large lever over here, pull it all the way over there. I'll take the needle and place it on the record. Wow, it's quite loud and really clear. Wow. Let's look at the needle. You can see there's a little sapphire ball there. Since most records had the grooves in them that went sideways to record on, these machines could be adapted to play the regular 78s with something like this. So this is specifically designed to replace the Pathé reproducer. So I unscrew that, take that out, put this one in, like that, and then we shift it in a gear and we'll give it a try. It's not nearly as loud. Now, that's not because of the way this is designed. I'm going to assume that it's really a matter of the reproducer not being correct. It needs to be rebuilt. If this reproducer was rebuilt, I'm sure the output would be almost as much as the Pathé reproducer.